The sixth skill, SAT math skill number 6, related with triangles, and it's telling you when you see a triangle with two equal sides, right? So you're having a triangle, you're having any triangle, and it's given that two sides are equal. Let us take it as ABC, and you're having AC equals BC, right? So if it's AC equals BC, then the angles, then it's telling you mark the opposite angles as equal. Mark the opposite angles as equal. That means opposite angle of AC will be angle B, right? And opposite angle, which is opposite to AB, will be angle C. So they will also be equal. If this is angle like 30, if this is 30 degree, then this also has to be 30. If this is 45, then this also has to be 45. So if you're having two sides equal in a triangle, then the angles opposite to them will also be equal. So this is one point. And the second thing is, and when all the angles of the triangle are equal, then mark when all the angles of the triangle are equal, mark all the angles as 60. Well, it's obvious, but it's one more thing here. If you're having a triangle having all the sides equal, right, all the sides are equal, it's called equilateral triangle, and that means all the angles will be equal and they'll be 60, 60 and 60. So you have to directly calculate, you have to directly write 60, 60, 60 if you're having an equilateral triangle with all the sides equal. So it'll be 60, 60 and 60. Now let us see questions related to that. How can we do the questions? So let us take easy ones first. It's telling you in triangle, if triangle EQU shown above is equilateral, what is the value of R? So obviously if it is equilateral, then the angles will be 60. We don't have to we don't have to take more time in this. So all the angles will be 60, and R plus 60 has to be 180 because it's a line. So R plus 60 has to be 180. So R has to be 120. So 120 will be the right answer. So in few seconds you'll be able to do this. Now let us do question number 2. If MN is equal to ON, so this MN is equal to ON in the figure above, and B is 43. Okay, B is 40. What is the value of C? Well, if MN is equal to ON, then the angles opposite to them will also be equal. Angle opposite to MN will be angle C, right? So C is equal to angle opposite to ON, and that's A. So C has to be equal to A. So we can write C equals A, and we're given that B is 43. So we can write B plus A plus C has to be 180. And B is 43 plus, we have to calculate the value of C, so we can plug in the value of A as C because A is equal to C. So we can write C instead of A, and we're having one more C. This is 180. So we can write C plus C will be 2C equals 180 minus 43. So that'll be 137, right? So 137, dividing by 2 to both sides, you'll get C equals 137 divided by 2. 2 times 6 is 12, and 2 times 8 is 16, 68.5. So that is option B. So this is the right answer. So you're having two sides equal, that means you'll mark the angles opposite to them also equal. Now let us see the medium level. In a triangle ABC shown above, it has a perimeter of 21. Okay, that means AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 21. And if AC is equal to AB is equal to 7, so AC is equal to AB is equal to 7. So AC or CA is 7, and AB is 7 plus BC is equal to 21. What is the value of angle ACB? Okay, so we had to calculate the value of angle ACB. So if AC is equal to AB is equal to 7, that means angles opposite to them will also be equal, right? So angles opposite to them will also be equal. So angle opposite to AC, that's angle B, has to be equal to angle opposite to AB, that's angle C. So these two angles will be equal, right? And BC you will get as 7 plus 7 is 14, 21 minus 14. 21 minus 14 is again 7, right? 7. So that's cool. So it's an equilateral triangle. So AB is equal to BC is equal to CA. They are all equal. 7, 7, 7. So if it's equilateral triangle, then all the angles will be 60, right? All the angles will be 60. So ACB has to be also 60. Angle A is 60, angle B is 60, angle C is 60, so angle ACB is 60, and that is the right answer. Now let us move to question number 4. If the area of the right triangle MNO is 72, so area of this triangle is 72, that means half of base times height. Base is MO times height is MN. This is equal to 72. And the measure of MO is 12, so MO is 12, so we can write half of 12 times MN equals 72. 2 times 1, 2 times 6, dividing by 6 to both sides, you will get MN equals 72 divided by 6. 6 times 1, and you'll be having 6 times 2, 12. So MN you are getting 12, and MO is also 12, right? MN is 12, MO is 12. The two sides are equal. If the two sides are equal, then the angles opposite to them will also be equal. That means angle N will be equal to angle O, right? Because MO is having an angle opposite as N, and MN is having an angle opposite as O, right? So they are equal. So we can say that angle O plus angle N plus angle M is 180, and this is a right angle triangle, right? It's showing you here it's a right angle triangle. That means angle M is 90, so we can say angle O plus angle N is 180 minus 90, that's 90, because angle M is already given as 90. So we have to calculate MON. MON means angle O we have to calculate, right? So we can write angle O plus angle O, because angle N is equal to angle O, as the two sides are equal, as we have already calculated here. The two sides are equal. MN is equal to MO. If MN is equal to MO, then we can write instead of angle N, we can write angle O, because when the two sides are equal, then the angles are also equal. Then the two angles will also be equal. That is equal to 90. So angle O plus angle O will be twice angle O equals 90. And angle O will be equal to 90 divided by 2, that's 45. So angle O has to be 45, and angle N has to be also 45, because they are equal. So 45 is the right answer. So this was all about the isosceles triangles and equilateral triangle. So when you're having all the three sides equal, then the angles will also be equal, and they'll be 60. And if you're having two sides equal, then the opposite angles will also be equal, and that is, that depends on the question. So SAT scale 6 is done. Now next we'll do SAT math skill number 7.